Canada is doing quite a bit to support rural and remote communities for internet access. Over the past decade, there have been 3 federal programs that have put many billions of dollars into rural programs that have been accompanied with a lot of provincial money from all the provinces, plus private equity that's been invested alongside that as well. There's a lot more again to do in terms of building the internet out. It's been said though that over the last couple of years that there's places in rural Manitoba that have better internet than some of the municipal areas.
On a day-to-day basis, I see a lot of the have-nots. Working at the Vancouver Community Network, we have a barrier-free computer zone, and we get a lot of people that are coming in, senior citizens, kids that are just probably coming out of foster care situations, aging out of care, which is a big challenge. You know, they don't have supports anymore. We get a lot of street and marginalized individuals who really just have no way to improve their situation or improve their access to anything unless they do have, you know, a computer lab like ours to go to, because a lot of the places have a lot of big barriers, and we really need to work on that.
But in Toronto, what we find is that it's not so much that people don't have access to internet, because there are lots of places with free Wi-Fi and stuff like that. It's not having it at the access is missing is not having it at home. So they have to go somewhere else to access the internet. So they may have a internet-ready phone or even a computer, a Wi-Fi enabled computer, but they have to travel somewhere else to do it, and that adds an access. And if you're adding in things like mobility issues or even just time constraints due to like you know, their jobs or family and stuff like that, suddenly access to access, it's there, but their personal access is much declined.
Yeah, Canada's a really big country, and there's absolutely a number of people who are not getting the access that they need to digital literacy training and education, whether it's because of the lack of infrastructure, if it's a lack of awareness. There's a lot of work still to be done from coast to coast to coast. Obviously in some of the major cities there is more awareness. Doesn't mean that everyone is getting that education, but if you move into the rural and remote communities, there's still a lot of work to be done.
So I would like to see a situation where every person on social assistance has a phone across Canada. It's just that important. I would love to see that every school-aged child has like an iPad or some form of device to do their homework on. Again, that just is base, because so many do and so many don't. I'd like to see that we are in a situation where this country makes a priority of taking care of the people that are struggling. And making sure that there's absolute willingness to be there and to support them.
To learn more, visit www.cira.ca/gaps.